So yeah, there's a lot of different artists that through the years. Sometimes I listen to country. Sometimes I listen to a lot of pop stuff. Um, I still don't. I'm still not into the classical all the time. I'm always like I should be. I'm of that age, but it almost makes me too calm, and I need to always be up and going and working. So you need a little pep in your step.
And absolutely. And speaking of the dogs, I think I was at a Rick Springfield concert where they were like auctioning off one of his guitars, and the proceeds were going, it probably was your charity. I don't know. The proceeds were going to help the dogs.
It very well could have been the Linda Blair World Heart Foundation. So that's
Yeah.
good. You saw it. We're people of our word.
I saw it firsthand. Do you remember, like, just going back to your first film, The Exorcist, like, what's it like to be a teenager and go to the Academy Awards? Like, I mean, did you?
Oh, good one. Good for you. Uh, like awestruck, awe-inspiring, amazing. So the first was the People's Choice Award. That was the first time they'd ever done that was the first People's Choice.
Yeah.
And they actually just brought it to me in the hotel room. So I'm still waiting for the People's Choice to invite me back. I am the recipient of the very first People's Choice. It's been like 50 years. It's ridiculous. And then the Golden Globes. My mother made that beautiful gown. My mother was a great seamstress. And then I remember sitting at the table. I remember when they announced my name. I remember you lose all sense of anything. Your whole body just goes out. You don't feel a thing. This when people say you're gone, like your body doesn't exist. It's like you just are in such shock and awe and surprise. It's like out of body. And I remember going to the stairs and going, "Oh, please, I don't want to trip." And it turning around, and the whole audience was giving me a standing ovation, and I just broke down in tears. I wasn't raised in Hollywood, so for me it was real. And there was a funny picture of Joel Grey in the back of me, looking at me like maybe he didn't understand the tears were. I was so overwhelmed, and
Yeah.
wasn't trained to give a speech. I was a kid. So when the Academy Awards came along, are you kidding? First of all, there's every movie star in the world. My mom and I couldn't believe it. Here's Charlton Heston, and the incredible folks that were there that year. The red carpet, and you're just like you're looking around at the throngs of people, and everybody's cheering, and here's the press. It really is like a movie. Like
Yeah.
that's what it looks like from our point of view. And you're always trying to smile. Do I do this? You're terrified and awestruck at the same. It's kind of like a roller coaster. That's what it's like. It's like a roller coaster. It
Wow.
was amazing.
And last question before, as we wrap up, look, you've done so much in your career. You're doing so much for the dogs, all these other things. Just out of curiosity, like, do you get tired of talking about The Exorcist? Like, do you get tired of, look, you were on The Masked Singer. Like, that's what you're here for. You're here for the dogs. Like, do you get tired when people still bring it up all these years later? Or do you understand, okay, I'm just tied to this one project in some respect forever?
When I was 15, I was asked a lot of questions about good and evil, and it was press conferences back then. We didn't have like a Zoom, and you would look at this sea full of faces thinking that I knew about religion and good and evil and what it was all about. I've always taken on the responsibility of what the film means to the world. And I try to correct it when people are a little off base. I believe Bill Blatty really intentionally wanted people to realize good versus evil and to have faith that we can get through this and we can achieve and kindness goes a long way, as everyone knows. People are very rattled right now. People are very stressed right now. And people are doing things that we all in our country and the world are like, the violence, I believe, is the evil, and the goodness is the humanity of us that are able to work through this and find the middle ground. But this is the great shakeup. And Bill kind of warned me this was going to happen. So I try to use the movie with respect, that it's a brilliant, brilliant movie. Ellen Burstyn's performance is so extraordinary. Billy Friedkin's directing, amazing. And the novel, so incredible. But there's a lot of truth in some ways about having the faith that we can do better. The environment, rescuing animals, children, seniors, being more kind to each other, and trying, to get through these difficult times. So I do try to be responsible to the movie. I would be foolish not to have taken that platform and understood the responsibility with it as an adult. Because when I was young, it was very difficult. It was very difficult to live with the movie. I didn't understand. I didn't know how to communicate with the world. It was very private life. I was so different. I worked really hard to be able to come out and be me, and present me and who I really am. And we all know the world has changed. I mean, look, I get to have a one-on-one with you with Zoom and show you a bit of my world with the animals. And for us, the crisis we're in is the shelters are asking for help. No, they're begging, and the amount of emails every day and the net workers of the animals that are on death row, there's not a lot rescuers can do at the moment because everybody is so tapped out. Donations, there's no place. Foster homes are going on vacation. There's no space unless people foster, adopt, and spay and neuter, inoculations, vaccinations. Um, Volunteer at the shelters, find a rescue group in your community and support. That would be the best gift that we can give the animals. And it helps people because they're our best friend. And that is what gets us through the hard times and depression. Get out, do something, look at their little smile, make the world better, and it will make your world better.
Absolutely. And that's such a good way to put it. And I will share all your socials with everyone, to like spread the awareness. Congratulations on the Masked Singer. I thoroughly enjoyed this chat and it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I will definitely keep in touch.
Thank you. Please do. You can find us on our social media. We will be in touch back. And I thank you, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, peaceful holidays. Be kind to each other. And please adopt, don't shop, rescue, help another in need. Thank you.